She packed a Victoria's Secret bag and a body pillow for school that morning, and then walked out of the camera's view, never to be seen again. But here's the part they didn't expect. The man hunting for her on Facebook was the same one whose DNA was already on her underwear. December 19th, 2018 began like any other school day for Ayanna Sawyer. The 16-year-old honors student attended classes at Terry Parker High School in Jacksonville, Florida, with plans to become a doctor or lawyer. She was 5 months pregnant. Her younger sister rode the same bus home every afternoon, but at 2:30 p.m. only one sister stepped off the bus. The other simply vanished from the middle of the school day. No fight, no forced exit, no goodbye. Her mother, Kimberly Moy, did not panic immediately. Teenagers lose track of time. But a call to the school brought only silence. Ayanna had walked off campus at 11 a.m. carrying 2 bags. School surveillance footage revealed Ayanna leaving the building at a normal pace, not running or upset. One bag held school items, the other contained a large amount of Victoria's Secret clothing and a body pillow. No car met her on camera. No person approached her in frame. She simply walked out of view and disappeared. Police initially labeled her a runaway, but her family refused to accept that. Searching her room that night, they found no packed suitcase, no note explaining a planned escape. Instead, they found her laptop. Inside were locked files, hidden notes, and a single name her mother had never heard before: Jose. The diary entries were dated February and March 2018, nearly a year before Ayanna vanished. She wrote about love, betrayal, and someone named Jose with an intensity that frightened her mother, Kimberly. But Kimberly had never heard of any Jose, no friend, no boyfriend, no classmate. When she confronted Ayanna's younger sister, the answer stopped her cold. That's Uncle John. Uncle John was Jonathan Quills, a married mechanic with children. He was at every family barbecue, every holiday, every sleepover. The man who took the kids to the beach had a secret name, and the diary suggested something much darker than a family nickname. Before detectives could focus on Uncle John, another name emerged: Kamar Humphrey, a neighbor who had a sexual relationship with Ayanna when she was 15. Police had obtained a DNA swab from Humphrey, who admitted to the sex. He became a registered sex offender. But the timeline of Ayanna's pregnancy did not match Humphrey, and on the day she vanished, he had proof he was out of town. Police ruled him out. Yet friends said the relationship continued for months. If Humphrey was not Jose, someone else was. And that someone was inside the family, attending every dinner and smiling through every photograph. Police arrived at Jonathan Quills's home 2 days after Ayanna disappeared. He pulled up later, saw patrol cars, and walked toward the house calm and collected. He shook hands, offered officers drinks, and said he wanted to help. His wife, Naomi, defended him immediately. Then the conversation turned to Ayanna's belongings. Naomi mentioned Victoria's Secret items. Jonathan added a specific number: 38 pairs. 38 pairs of underwear belonging to his 16-year-old niece. Officers exchanged looks. How did an uncle know that number? Jonathan did not explain. He simply continued cooperating, believing his calm demeanor would protect him forever. On December 27th, police brought Jonathan in for a formal interview. They asked about Jose, the diary, and whether he had a sexual relationship with Ayanna. He denied everything, insisting he was not a monster and had nothing to hide. He provided his DNA voluntarily. Days later, the investigation shifted to Detective Billy Abbott, who requested a rush on a rape kit from March 2018. That kit contained unknown DNA beyond Kamar Humphreys. On January 7, 2019, the results came back. Jonathan Quills's DNA was on Ayanna's panties. The uncle who said, "I have nothing to hide," had just given police the key to his own conviction. Before Detective Abbott could make an arrest, Jonathan's own brother, Joseph Quills, called police with a chilling story. Joseph said Jonathan had called him on December 19th or 20th, frantic and nervous. "This girl might be pregnant. It might be mine. I have to get rid of the body." Later, Jonathan called back calmer. "I took care of it." He confessed that he lured Ayanna to an auto salvage yard with no cameras and loud machinery. He tried to strangle her, could not finish, so he shot her. Then he put her body in a dumpster. Joseph wept as he reported his own brother. Detective Abbott arranged for an inmate to wear a wire. Sitting next to Jonathan in common areas, the inmate asked a simple question. "Why would they point at you?" Jonathan answered freely. He explained the blind spots at the salvage yard, the dumpster route, and the timing. He admitted going to a gun range the same day, signing the logbook, and shooting the same gun later found in his closet. Police searched the landfill for 3 weeks, spending $1.5 million. They found Victoria's Secret clothing, but the sizes did not match Ayanna. No body, no murder weapon. Just Jonathan's own words to his brother, to an informant, and to a wire. On September 14, 2023, Jonathan Quills stood trial in Duval County Courthouse, pleading not guilty. Ayanna's sister told the jury that Jose was Uncle John. His ex-wife admitted she defended him until seeing Snapchat messages where Jonathan wrote, "I'm just so in love with you, I'll kill you and cry." Joseph Quills wept on the stand, repeating the confession. The jailhouse wire was played. 8 jurors turned toward the speaker, their faces changing. The defense argued reasonable doubt, no body, no DNA from the shooting. But Jonathan's own voice filled the courtroom. The jury deliberated and returned, guilty on all 3 counts. The penalty phase brought a choice between death and life in prison. The jury returned with life without parole. The judge handed down 3 consecutive life sentences. Ayanna's mother stood outside the courthouse wearing a T-shirt with her unborn granddaughter's name, Hazel Michelle. She thanked God for the 16 years she had, knowing she would never hear "I love you" again. Jonathan Quills will never leave prison. But Ayanna Sawyer has never been found. No landfill, no grave, no record. She is, as her mother said, forever 16. Somewhere in Jacksonville, her remains wait to be found. Trust is not the same as safety.